Welcome to the Wasteland News Network. Today is October 13th, 2020, and patch 23 is about to go live with lots of bug fixes and improvements. Also, a reminder that the Mole Miner Treasure Hunter event begins this Thursday, but first, here are the patch notes. First up are the bug fixes. I'll just do some highlights here. Ally apparel now correctly unequips when you scrap an ally station. The Settler Forager ally you will once again receive quests from. The VTU baseball cap now displays the correct logo and colors. And lunchbox animations now play when opening a lunchbox while wearing power armor. The symptomatic now plays the correct animation when the player is using it. The Secret Service Under Armor no longer clips through armor or other apparel. And the Blood Eagle paint skin now displays correctly on the suppressor mod for the handmade rifle. And Blood Eagle Nest. Players can no longer pass or path through the Blood Eagle Nest in its destroyed state. Blueprints finally fixed an issue that can result in an infinite loading spinner when attempting to create a blueprint. Fixed an issue that could allow players to build Collectron stations that they have not unlocked. Lunchboxes no longer clip into display cases. The new Coca-Cola Secret door now more effectively snaps into door frames. Addressed an exploit related to blueprinting. Statues adjusted the crafting requirements for the animatronic Santa and Snowman. Turrets no longer attack neutral wandering merchant NPCs. It's kind of funny, actually. I would have left that one. Addressed an issue that prevented proper snapping between the Slocum's Joe's vending machines and the counter pieces. Wallpapers can now correctly be applied to wall variants that have windows, and the Flying Witch cutout no longer clips into walls that have wallpaper applied. Those are all for you camp builders. Also, raw Yaguai meat can now be sold to vendors for caps. The Emmett Mountain hazmat suit can now be repaired. Endurance bonuses offered by armor and under armor now correctly grant +5 health per point of endurance. Players can now correctly apply mods to solar and thorn armor pieces. Excellent. Fixed an exploit that could allow players to apply item mods without spending crafting materials under certain circumstances. Fixed a case where previously harvested flora would incorrectly appear harvestable when revisiting the area. The description for the West Virginia Drifter helmet no longer incorrectly states that it protects against airborne diseases, so it does not. The Captain Cosmos helmet no longer removes facial hair when equipped. Wearing the quack masks no longer causes the Pip-Boy light to shine from an incorrect location. Can't say I've seen that one. Legendary weapons. Addressed an issue allowing weapons with certain legendary attributes to deal a much higher damage than intended. This could be the magic weapon fix that we've all been hearing about. The instigating a legendary attribute now correctly applies its damage bonus additively instead of multiplicatively. Mole Miner pails. Empty pails can no longer be dropped, sold, or traded. So that's a big one coming up for the event in a couple of days. Empty pails can no longer be dropped, sold, or traded. Technical data can no longer be dropped, sold, or traded. And for those of you using the Cryolator with a crystallizing barrel mod, you will no longer deal damage to yourself when firing at the ground or at objects that are very close. That's a good thing. Applying a Scorched Killer's Receiver mod to the 45 SMG no longer results in a much faster fire rate than intended. And the Flatwoods Fletcher bow skin can now be applied to compound bows. A number of stability issues related to servers and things were fixed. Perks, awareness, enemy resistance values that appear in VATS with the awareness perk card equipped now correctly match the enemy's one wasteland adjustment resistance. Nerd Rage now correctly applies its damage bonus additively instead of multiplicatively, so that's been fixed. Tenderizer. Targets now correctly take increased damage after being attacked by a player with the Tenderizer perk card equipped. I was kind of wondering why I wasn't getting the higher damage with that one equipped. They also fixed an exploit in which players could bypass a portion of the daily ops uplink to access the signal repeater early, so that has been fixed. And I'm just going to highlight a few of the user interface adjustments fixes. They added an XP and in-game currency reward list. It will now properly appear when you finish a daily op. And they'll also, when you've done all 3 tiers, like let's say you finish on Elder, it will now say no more rare reward rolls available instead of just saying none. Boy, that's a tongue twister. They also addressed an issue that could cause the progress bar to stop updating when capturing an uplink during the daily ops. They fixed an inventory item transfer issue that could occur after switching to adventure mode when you've left Nuclear Winter. And after exiting a world while in daily ops report while it's on the screen, it no longer prevents opening the map after you join a new world. I know people that have had this problem too. And those were all the highlights of patch 23. The server should be up soon, hopefully. Thanks so very much for watching, and I'll see you out in the wasteland.